Hi folks, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and thumb up. It's very important for the channel. Today we're gonna learn operators. Let's create a class. We call this class operators. And we need this public stated void method, and we click on finish. And we have here our class. So let's just do some operations with integer. Let's declare a variable. We call this variable number, and we give the value 5. And then we can create another variable, number 2, and with the value, let's say 3. Okay, and let's just print the result of a addition in the console using the method print line. So we give the two values, the two variables, number plus number 2, and we add this number actually in this method itself. Let's let's start the program, and we have the result 8, which is right. We can, of course, just create a new variable, for example, let's say number 3, and then store the two numbers, the addition, the sum of the two numbers, for example, number plus number 2. And then in this case, we only need to print the variable 3, which is also right. Okay. We don't have to use variables. We can just print this the values itself here without using variables. For example, let's say we will give 4 plus 3, 7, which is right. Or you can just use a variable, so the variable number, and add a number, just a raw number, so not adding two variables, let's say 2. And it also works, 7, which is right. Okay, so let's do some subtraction. I just write, for example, 5 minus 2, which is 3, and this is right, yeah. So we can also give some we can also do multiplications. Let's say 5 and 2 as the numbers, and if you run it, we have the number 10. In this case, we use the asterisk as a symbol. If we want to do some divisions, we use the number the character slash. So this actually means that we want to divide 5 by 2. Let's take a look to the result. We have in this case 2. Well, actually it's wrong, but why? Well, we are using integer, and even if you're not using variables, a variable's name, Java actually understand this value as an integer. Okay, and we cannot use decimal number in integer. We don't have it because they are data type integer and not data type double. Okay, so and this is why if we divide 5 by 2, we have as a result the first integer, so the first unit, and the first unit of this division is this 2, which is actually right. If we want, let's say, have the remainder of this operation, okay, we can use another kind of symbol, which is the percentage symbol. And if we run it, we have the result 1. Why? Because in this case, we are saying that we want the remainder of this division, and the remainder of this division is 1. So we divide 5 by 2. As a result, we have the integer 2, and as a remainder, we have the integer 1. Well, let's take a step back. How can we do some operations with decimal number? Well, in this case, we have to use double or treat numbers as doubles. To do that, you only need to do that. You use the comma or the dot and the 0. Java will understand in this case automatically that this is actually double and not an integer. And if we run the application now, our program, we have the right result, 2.5. Of course, I can also use variable name. Let's say double number equal to 5.0, and then let's use another double number 2, and we use 2.0, and then in this case I will print the division. So double number and double number 2. Okay, and if I run it, I have the value of 2.5. Okay, there are some problems with operators and with decimal numbers. Let's say we want to do some operations with doubles. For example, 0.7 plus 0.2. Okay, and then let's do some other operation, subtractions in this case, and let's say 2.5 minus 2.3. Let's run the application, and we have this number. They are actually not right, because 0.7 plus 0.2 is equal to 0.9, but we have this number, so 0.89999, and so on. And also in this case, in this subtraction, we have 0.5 minus 0.3, which should be 0.2, but we have 0.2, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, and 8. Well, why? This is because we are trying to store infinite real numbers into a finite number of bits. Okay, so the numbers are infinite, but the number of bits are actually finite. So in this why the Java or every programming language will just use some kind of approximation for represent these values. If we want to have precise results, we should use the class Bigdecimal. Okay, and as we did with string, we declare the class here Bigdecimal, and then we use a variable name. Let's say Bigdecimal. In this case, we use the word new. I will not explain what is it now. Just take it now. I will explain it in a couple of lessons. And then we have to use the same word, Bigdecimal, and write here 2.5. And let's create a new Bigdecimal number. We call this, in this case, Bigdecimal 2 equal to new Bigdecimal and 2.3. Now we want to do some operations with Bigdecimal. We just want to print the results in the console. We use system out println, and then we use the variable name of one variable, Bigdecimal. Okay, and then if we tap on the dot, we have here some methods like in string. Okay, and we want in this case the method subtract. This method takes a Bigdecimal and returns a Bigdecimal. Okay, so let's use it, subtract, and we give another Bigdecimal. Well, which one? Bigdecimal 2. Bigdecimal 2. And if we run it, if we run the program, we have the right result, which is 0.2, which is actually right. Okay. Well, why does it work? Well, it works because we are treating numbers, in this case, as a string. So we are using here the double quotation marks. It means that we are giving here some strings, and Bigdecimal just automatically convert this string in a number, okay, which is 2.5. So thank you very much. Please subscribe, tab up, and I'll see you in the next video.